Shout out Sniper T on the beat.
Tamara to the break of dawn is on the rise, with life on the forefront of the mind. So line for line, you can ride this brain train and you can change your station without even touching the dial. So relax, stay a little bit, but listen for a while. And whether you're bumping this in the whip or in a business fit, it's a meeting you won't want to miss. A meeting for a meal to feed the soul with words for the mind. So sit back, enjoy the ride. Time to take off, it's time to fly. Cause Tamara till the break of dawn is on the rise.
Hey, y'all. It's me, Tamara. Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the show. To all my new listeners, new episodes typically drop on Thursday. Y'all look at me on time. You feel me? I always talk about my life, my interests, and the ways I'm trying to grow. So come on back through, you feel me? And for all of my day 1, 2, 4, 5, 89, 193, 220, right? Whatever week you came in and you decided to keep listening, man, shout out to y'all, right? This episode is going to go back to the old format. I don't know if I'm going to return to the whole defining one aspect of my week, but this week, I don't know. I just kind of want to talk about my week just in a, this is how my week has been, right? So today, at the time of this recording, I actually was a guest on a podcast. Now, my job, we do a story podcast where we'll have different people on and we'll talk about, the ways that God has moved in this person's life, right? And it was so wild as someone who has been a podcaster for 4.5 years to one, being a guest on a show is not new to me. I've been a guest on plenty of shows, but what is new to me is being a guest on a show where I am in a studio with a camera crew and all of that. Mind you, these are people that I work with because typically I'm on the other side when it comes to the podcast as a producer. It was so wild being on the other side of the camera. And I was like super nervous and it was wild, but it was such a good time. And it actually really inspired me on like ways that I would love to kind of level up my show at some point. Now, I don't know what that would look like because even when I move, I would have to have dedicated space for that. And where I plan to move is just going to be a 1-bedroom. So it's not anything that will happen anytime soon. And I wouldn't want it, I know, honestly, I probably could record here and hire my coworkers on some other type stuff to have them run it. But I don't really want to do that. My show has always been about my creative outlet. So it really did inspire me though. And it really actually was good to really just reflect on how much, healing the Lord has brought me, how much growth I've had just throughout my life, and just even reflecting on just things that I've been through that I don't really think about or talk about or whatever. And even just to be able to encourage people that, hey, you may struggle with, let's say, feelings of rejection related to your bio dad, because that's something I relate to. You may struggle with that from time to time, but every time you struggle with that, keep leaning into the Lord and keep going to him with healing, because it's just another opportunity that he's inviting you into to give him more of that pain and you experience more freedom and healing and breakthrough, right? And so it was really cool to share my life in that way and kind of encourage other people that maybe could relate to some of the things that I've been through. I have been feeling really hopeful lately just about this next season. That is so interesting how when I think about when I first moved out of the house with my kids and first started living separate from them, I remember that first month I cried so much because it was so foreign to me to not live with my kids. And it seemed to happen suddenly, you know what I mean? Because Janae had already moved out, but like Devon and Kayliana were still there. And then it was just like everybody was gone. And Zaire, I thought it would look differently. Now, granted, I see him pretty frequently, FaceTime Kayliana like almost every day. And we're to the point where it seems like he recognizes me. So he'll like smile or trying to lean into the, camera phone and whatnot. But I have moved beyond like grieving into finally just like really feeling hopeful, finally realizing that all of my adult life, right, has been spent raising kids. And, it just is what it is. I'm not complaining or any of that. That's all I know. I don't know a life where I only think about me. You know what I mean? I don't know a life where I live alone. Lately, it's kind of shifted to this place of no longer necessarily grieving what was, but really just being excited about a new season, really just being excited about just being in my own space, really just being excited about, I could go home and if I don't want to talk to nobody, I don't have to, you know what I mean? And I've never had that option. It's not even just about I don't have that option now. I've never had that option of just me, right? Now, granted, Gizmo will be there, but that's different. You know what I mean? Because as long as he's just laying near me, he don't really need much else. Every now and then he'll play with his toys, but he's not really like this high maintenance dog or whatever. But yeah, I'm super hopeful for whatever reason. Like, I don't know what this next season holds, but it's always been significant. Like, my birthday month is coming up, and it's kind of cool that I already got a birthday card and gift card from my job already, even though my birthday is not until next month, right? On June 27th. Shout out, you feel me? But I don't know. I'm just really hopeful and I'm just like really excited. And, it'll be cool because I spent, like I said, all of my adult life raising kids. And then, after the girl's dad was killed, there's the whole raising grieving kids and just dealing with all sorts of trauma and just all of the ways that, Janae struggled and having to navigate that. So it's not even just that I've been a parent. It's that some of the things that I went through were like really extreme circumstances, right? And so it'll be actually really cool to be in a season of, listen, the apartments that I'm looking at, and it's so crazy because they're just very comparable with what typical rent is in the area that I want to live in. But like the features that they have, like they have valet trash service. So I don't really care about taking out the trash. Like, is not that serious. But if y'all want to take out my trash and I don't have to do that, do you, boo, right? They also have the option for underground parking. Yes, I'm going to pay for that. Why? Because in the winter, when it's snowing, or just even in the spring, when it's hailing, I ain't got to worry about it. But mainly in the winter when it's snowing, right? And I'm pretty sure it's a heated underground parking. So then I don't got to worry about my car being like, you know what I'm saying, super cold and whatnot. And then, they have a pickleball court. I don't know if that's really a thing wherever y'all live, but I don't care anything about that. I've never played that. And it is my goal to never play that, even though lots of people around me play it. But I'm kind of funny like that when it comes to certain things, when it's like, oh, y'all really, really into this, almost to the point of it's giving cult, right? Then it's like I just kind of rebel against it on purpose, just for the principle of being able to say that my claim to fame is I don't do that, right? Just like I ain't never seen The Color Purple. And y'all not going to take my card for that, you feel me? But that is my claim to fame right now, is that I have never seen The Color Purple. And I don't want to watch it on purpose. Why? Because it's just so funny, the response that some of y'all have when y'all find out I have not seen that, okay? So, anywho, it also has a dog park that they're working on building. And what's super cool is like, this is a new apartment, so it's like I'll be living somewhere that no one has ever lived. And that's actually really dope considering this is a new season that I have never experienced. I've never lived alone. I've always lived with somebody. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, super hopeful. And man, I don't even know what to call him, but it's so wild. It is such a wild thing. And I know some of y'all, like, y'all ain't new to this, but it is so wild to like really like somebody and like really like them, not because necessarily what they do for you, although who they are, some of that ties into what they do, right? But it's so interesting. Just I find myself so many times being like, oh, I can't even believe I'm about to say this on this show, but I don't even care because it's not like y'all know who it is. That's why there's some things I really wish I could get more into, but this is not like I haven't had this conversation with him, and I don't want him to just happen to listen to this show and then know I'm talking about him. And yeah, nah, I don't want it to be like that. But it's so crazy because I just really be finding myself just randomly after just whatever little interactions, but not little, because sometimes it's not little, but just after whatever interactions being like, I just love him. And it's interesting because when you're friends with somebody, you really do have love for that person. I want to say, I think this is why I hesitate, but it's not even that. The hesitation is more so just, I have not ever had good experience with any of this. And so I don't know. There's been a lot of healing that I've just focused on because I just find myself triggered about things that don't have nothing to do with him. And I don't know if you ever really come to a place of complete healing. I was talking to somebody, and I don't remember who I was talking to, but we were talking about how sometimes the healing that you get comes with being in a healthy relationship. So sometimes there's the healing that needs to happen before, but then sometimes there's the healing that can only happen by being loved in a healthy way by somebody. And I don't know, y'all, but it's just so funny lately. I've just really been kind of laughing at myself like, girl, you are really so deep in these trenches of having feelings for this person. And I don't know. I've never gone through this. Like anybody else I was ever interested in, I would have been found a reason to just be over it. Like, I promise you I would have. I know me. And so the fact that this has been a thing for as long as it has been for me, especially as much as I interact with this person. And it's not like I'm Delulu, y'all, and I just think this person is so perfect and whatever. No, I am privy to their flaws because of the types of conversations that we have. I am privy to their insecurities too, but none of that, I don't know. So I don't have really an update for y'all. And it's so funny because like when I get my hair done, I'll talk to her. I've talked to a lot of my friends about this, and they're like, y'all just need to talk. And I'm just like, I don't know. And when I be going to get my hair done, she be like, I better come back with updates of whatever. And it's so funny how in everybody else's mind, he's on that too, and this, that, and the other. And it really could be, but I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But it's something that I'm more and more getting to this place of I don't want to be in this state of not knowing. I'd rather know, but I only want it to be one way. And I can't really guarantee that it's going to be what I want it to be. And so then there's a part of me that's like, well, then I'd rather not know because I don't know. It's not like I haven't had disappointment in this area of my life before. So I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know why this is so different, but it Yeah, it's really interesting though, because I there's just so much that I appreciate about this person and even just their presence. And it's just, yeah, it's just such an interesting thing that the more that I experience different things with this person, and it's just so funny how vague I have to be about this right now. And I hope there comes a time when I can like really talk more openly about this, but I will just say, like, the more that I experience, I don't know, different things, the more I find myself saying, like, man, I don't want there to be a time where this person isn't this to me, or, you know, whatever. Like, I find myself saying that more often than not, and more as we just experience different things together. And I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what to do with that, though. I don't really know. And I didn't used to be the type of person that I would have had a conversation already. I don't even know. I don't know. This is just different, y'all. But yeah, that has been my week. And it's just such a gift, I will say, when people, I don't know, the word that always comes to mind is safe. Like feeling safe to be vulnerable, feeling safe to share fears and insecurities, like just safe. I don't know. That's always the word that I've always felt, that I never felt this type of safety before. And I don't know why safety is always the word. Maybe it's because of all of the unsafe things that I've experienced in life. But I don't know, y'all. I don't really have much else on that I can really say without somehow divulging who it is. Even though it's so funny because let some of my friends tell it, it's so obvious. And I don't know. So I'm actually going to go ahead and get up out of here. I just kind of wanted to just kind of talk a little bit, let y'all know what's going on in my week. And I'm hoping that by the end of next month, so right around my birthday, that I will be moving. That's what I'm waiting for confirmation on with the place that I am wanting to move into, because there was like, I guess, a delay with construction. So they got to let me know that or whatever. But other than that, I love everything about this place. There's like nothing that I dislike. And so, yeah, hopefully, you know, I'll have an update on that soon. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you are doing what you got to do to take care of yourself mentally. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself emotionally and spiritually and physically. Be healthy in your relationships. Thank you so much for listening. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Ladies and gents, this concludes transmission. Tune in next time for a whole new edition. Another adventure and mission to share, be heard, and clarify the vision of this whole new world for